first time they're doing the summit in Texas, so I don't know really what to expect, but there's a lot of great people out here to network with, a lot of great companies and resources that are all here to help you further benefit and further expand your mining or your investment goals yourself. So we had a few delays, little mishaps in the travel coming down here to Texas, but we made it. We're here in Dallas. Just had a phenomenal dinner at that place right there. Can't remember the name of it, not gonna lie. But we're about to go to Bar Louie Music Factory here in Dallas for the official like pre-intro party or whatever you want to call it. That's about to start in like 30 minutes to an hour-ish. So just taking a few photos, videos, enjoying the views here tonight in Dallas. And yeah, we're gonna go network, see what Bitcoiners are out here, what people in the mining industry are here, what people came here that aren't from the mining industry that are trying to learn or like do business, and hopefully close some deals or help people along their journey of mining or, you know, investing in Bitcoin or whatever they're trying to do.
Okay, Sully. Okay.
Got the Bitcoin pin, got the Ferragamo belt, got the suit on. You know what time it is. It's the first day of the conference, cranking. About to go out. Oh, the hobbyist miner is going to speak in like an hour or two from now. So we're going to go see that. Probably him on the stage, see what he has to say. He's going to spit some knowledge in the Bitcoin mining community. He's been mining for like 4 or 5 years now. Very well known on YouTube. And he has a lot of information to share with us. What's up, everyone? We're out here at Mining Disrupt Texas. This is the first time Mining Disrupt is doing its summit out here in Texas. We're here in Dallas, and not sure what to expect, but as always, it's Mining Disrupt, so I'm going to expect amazing things. And yeah, so let's go see what we have in store for us here at Mining Disrupt Texas. All right, guys, so we're out here Mining Disrupt Texas Summit. This is their art gallery. Shout out to Jesse. I'll link all of his contact info in here if anyone's interested in buying any of these pieces. They go for different prices, but and he knows the names of all these, but we're gonna just show off a bunch of things. He has some KAWS statue replicas done custom with the Bitcoin branding and Bitcoin logos. They have this piece right here with a Bored Ape, some NFT and crypto, and some fun on the $100 bill. Over here we have some small statue sculptures. Got a skull, the Bitcoin. It's a skull piggy bank actually. This is a bull, charging bull, referencing a bullish. For anyone who doesn't know, this is like a trading reference, investing reference. The bull is referencing a market that's climbing or going up, growing. A bear is referencing a market that's descending as a bear descends down like a mountain to look for food or water. So this is the bull, Bitcoin bull. They have a Bitcoin teddy bear. Marilyn Monroe, $100 bill. Which goes very crazy. They have the transparency, like lining details on this. It goes crazy, guys. all the pieces here. This is Spaceman, or Space Cadet, I should say. 4-foot cost replica statue, custom done with Bitcoin all up on it. This thing is crazy. Everything here, the detail on all these pieces is exquisite. Ben Franklin, made out of small Ben Franklin $100 bills. We've got a $10,000 US banknote. Richie Rich, enjoying Bitcoin. And we have some more Bitcoin sculptures down here. Scrooge McDuck. Got the Monopoly Man over here.
So do you like sell this for the
Monopoly Man, Jessica Rabbit. Buy Bitcoin and celebrate life, guys. It's as easy as that. That's it. That is not that hard. Just buy Bitcoin and celebrate life. And mine Bitcoin too. Some more duck paintings going crazy. He's playing tennis with a diamond with a Bitcoin tennis racket. Like, come on, guys. Do what you love. Do what you love. You don't learn anything else from this video. Do what you love. All right, guys. Really quickly. This event is going to be over, obviously, by the time you're watching this video. But coming up in Miami, July 21st through 23rd in 2026, if anyone is interested in an upcoming crypto event, crypto conference, Mining Disrupt is throwing a exposition, a conference in Miami. If you're curious about what that's going to be, it's going to be much bigger than what this event is. This summit here in Texas is a small, quick intro of what you can expect in Miami. You can go back on our channels and see our Miami recap of last year, or earlier this year, I should say, and get a good idea of what to expect this upcoming year in July. But all I can say is what's going to happen in Miami is going to be even bigger and better than what you just saw this year and earlier this year in Miami. And then really quickly, Bitcoin Mining Magazine, for anyone that's interested, they give these out usually when you get your ticket and you come out to Miami. You can expect to get volume of it, and it's yearly editions. Really great information and educational, tips and advice if you're learning about mining or trying to expand your mining operations. It's a great resource to have and reference. So out here at Mining Disrupt, this is Foghash. It's one of the leaders in mining container solutions. And right here, we're looking at their hydro container. So I'm going to quickly go over what that means. In mining, there's different ways to cool your machines, because if they're mining Bitcoin, it gets very hot as it's constantly 24/7 hashing and working, doing, different computations. There's different ways to cool your machines, and there's air cooling, hydro cooling, immersion cooling. This is hydro, so we're going to quickly show you this container. I believe this is a 40-foot container, but don't quote me on that. This is the intercooler side of the container. So it's in a V shape, and it's kind of like the radiator. It kind of just works like a radiator system in your car. So this is basically going to cool all the machines. You have all the liquid coming in here, and these rivets on the side are going to help all the hot air and moisture wick out and cool the system. And then the cold fluid can come back in and cool your units. So we're going to go inside and we're going to check and see what this looks like on the inside. It has racks and shelves, so you're able to put a bunch of computers in here. So there's a door here to go in. Just watch your step. And these are all the racks that these mining machines go on. We're looking at machines right here. These are hydro machines. This is a Teraflux AH3880, hash rate of 600 terahash per second, mining Bitcoin. It's hydro cooled, so just plug it in and let it go and work. This is a plug and play container solution. So you just buy your machines, put them in these racks, as many as you can do. Over here in this room, you have your electrical breaker control cabinet, which allows you to control all the fusing and breakers related to your different machines, and all the electrical systems within this container can be controlled from here. and worked on. And then this is the pumps that are pumping your hot and cold fluid exchange from that cold, dry intercooler that I just showed you outside. So it's a really cool system, and this is how hydro mining works in a nutshell. So hey guys, we're here with Patrick Kelly, Global Sales Director of Fog Hashing. And really quickly, for any of the viewers that aren't familiar, really quickly, just what is Fog Hashing about the company? What do you guys do in the mining space?
So obviously, with Bitcoin mining, you have a lot of heat, you have a lot of noise. So we sort of developed solutions for hydro cooling and for immersion cooling for the Bitcoin mining machines. We started out in about 2021. But the first thing we started out with the little home miners, something called a C1, which had one little miner in it, so sort of for people at home. And that slowly grew from a C1 to a B6, which is a 6-bay unit.
Okay.
And we started getting quite a bit of interest in about 2021 for larger scale deployments, and everyone else was sort of getting into that sort of space. And that's when we started bringing out our immersion systems, which are starting at 1 megawatt all the way up to about 2.6 megawatts.
Wow.
But now with fog hashing, we've noticed that there's a big shift into hydro cooling.
Okay.
That's where a lot of people are going, hydro cooling with gas and whatnot. So now we're sort of presenting our hydro cooling containers in the 1.2 megawatt and the 2.4 megawatt form factors here.
Okay.
So yeah, but we're based in China. We build in Shenzhen. We have a few factories around China. Our main office is in Xi'an. I'm obviously in Sydney, but we have a team here in USA and Canada.
Very amazing, very amazing. And just quickly and briefly touching on this container behind us for the
no
viewers
problem. I'll take you for a quick
that
walk through.
that are curious.
All right, so this is our HC40 M1200, which means 1.2 megawatts.
Okay.
So it's got 1.2 megawatts of cooling load. It's made in the form factor of 2U, so that sort of covers your Watts miner, who's one of our partners, your Oregon units, your Bitdeer units, and the new Canaan units as well that come out. So we do also make units for Bitmain. They make a 3-volt unit, and they also make a 3U unit there as well. So it looks more, if you come across here, it looks more like a data center type unit compared to what immersion used to be, where you dunk it into immersion fluid. This is direct to chip cooling there. So the opportunities here, like the reasons why it's sort of preferred these days, that the cost for the infrastructure is much less per megawatt. There's less fluid that you need to use, and in immersion you use a dielectric fluid, which can get quite expensive. With this, you normally use like a distilled water PG25 sort of mix, and you use quite a bit less of it, and it's quite a bit cheaper as well.
Right.
There's a lot of room for overclocking, a lot of room for underclocking as well if you want to get better efficiency as well. So it's sort of a multi-miner compatibility. Yeah,
it's very good to hear. And how many units can one of these shelves house, you think?
For one of these shelves, there's about 20 of these units. For this whole unit, we've got 120 units per 1.2 megawatts.
Wow.
2.4, 240 units, pretty much twice the same. But if we're talking Bitmain units, we can do 420 of the shoebox units and start up at 2.4 megawatt,
Okay, that's really excellent. Yeah. This is a plug and play. I'm assuming clients can just order this and get it shipped to a site?
Straight away. So we obviously build everything in Shenzhen. It's about a 50 to 60 day build time, but it is pretty much a plug and play. It comes like this, you put it on the site, you get your electricians to connect everything up, and then you sort of pre-fill the water system there. It's all closed loop, so you don't have to refill the liquid every time there's evaporation or anything like that. And the main thing here as well is it's got redundancy. You've got 2 switchboards on each side. So if you've got a switchboard that fails on one side, you still got one here as a backup.
Nice.
Same with the pumps.
Wow.
And what we've made as well is that if you have a failure of one of the units here, you're able to just quickly isolate these units here, remove that unit instead of... Yes, correct. And instead of shutting down a whole rack or shutting down the whole container for one broken miner, you can just take that one out and replace it.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Very nice, very nice to meet you.
Learning about this in the company.
No problem. Come by anytime.
Yeah, if anyone is curious, any resources, where can they find more about the company, a website or?
The website's probably the best, which is foghashing.io.
Okay.
Or you could probably just Google me, Patrick Kelly, and you'd find something as well. But or look up the Mining Disrupt website. You'll see us. We're one of the main sponsors there. Or come down.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it from Patrick Kelly himself from Fog Hashing. If you need any of these containers or solutions for your miners or your ASIC on your sites, don't feel shy. Contact Fog Hashing. Patrick and his team is very diligent and excellent at their work. and they're here to help you succeed, so don't be shy. Guys, we're here at the Mining Museum. A bunch of things are out here on display from the Coin Dad. If you're not familiar with the Coin Dad, he is the gentleman who has curated and put together a lot of this stuff. Hopefully you guys can see this. This is some of his info. You can look up the Coin Dad on Google and find his info there as well. He's on YouTube as well. A bunch of ASICs out here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about every single ASIC that's here on display today. A lot of cool stuff is out here on display, and it just shows you the history of mining as it has evolved over the years. Lots of different things have changed as Bitcoin mining difficulty got, harder and harder with the different halvings over the years. People have had to innovate and engineer much better and more efficient, faster machines to be able to stay profitable when it comes to mining Bitcoin and securing the network from any bad actors or attackers that can try to hack or disrupt or do anything bad to Bitcoin. The reason Bitcoin doesn't fall apart or fail or get hacked is because everyone's running these types of machines, some sort of ASIC, some iteration of an ASIC, some sort of a model every year or every couple of years, like iPhones. Every new year, there's a new iPhone that comes out every couple of years or so. New machines are developed and come to market that are more profitable and efficient for people to use. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out here. There's some things from Bitmain. Bitmain is a huge manufacturer in the space. That's the S3 we're looking at right here. And you can just see how it's really gotten bigger and bigger as time goes on. And as we were talking to the gentleman from Fog Hashing, Patrick, he was telling us that the market is shifting now to hydro cooling. So a lot of these here are air cooled, and you won't really see a lot of that as we go forward, as mining is shifting to a dual use industry and market where people are not only mining Bitcoin, but they're also doing AI or HPC computing within the same containers or mining sites. So there's a lot of ways to make money in this industry, and the industry is growing. It's very young, and it's just really cool to see some of the stuff they have out here. There's a lot of history with some of this. You can check out our interview on our Mining Disrupt Miami 2024 recap video, where we had another gentleman of this museum explaining in depth some of the machines here. And quickly, we'll just go look over here. I want to talk about the trading cards. There's a company called Bitcoin Trading Cards. You may not be too familiar with it, but these trading cards here, it's like Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but for the Bitcoin world or Bitcoin industry. And it kind of just captures in a fun way the history of Bitcoin as it progresses through life and time. So it features a lot of collaborations with cool artists. There's a lot of prominent celebrities and figures from Bitcoin that have been monumental or very helpful with their contributions in the space throughout history and time. And they've been made into different fun card versions and like cards. There's cards of like Michael Saylor. There's cards of all types of people in here. And it's just a cool little thing to look up at and see. They have some rare ones out here. And then those shoes right there are signed by a bunch of people. Da Vinci Jeremy, Michael Saylor, Adam Back, Jack Dorsey, Luke Dasher, Charlie Shrem, Nick Spanos, Samson Mao, Max Kaiser, Jimmy Song, UFC fighter Ben Askren, Alex Gladstein, Preston Fish, Senator Ted Cruz, Bruce Fenton, Peter McCormick, Mark Yusko, Scott Wolf of Wall Street's, Tone Vase, Dubai, Da Vinci, Robert Breedlove, Peter Todd, Mark Moss, Corey Clipstein, and Dr. Sean Baker have all signed these shoes. They're McLaren APL limited edition Bitcoin orange shoes. And this is a TSMC silicon wafer chip. Extremely rare, and this is what basically is used to make all the ASIC chips that go into the ASIC machines that you use for mining. And that, in essence, is the mining museum out here at the Texas Summit of Mining Disrupt. Hey guys, we're out here in Dallas, Texas, and we're here in Mining Disrupt. This is their first time in the 8 years that they've been doing it. This is the first time they're doing a summit. So we're out here in Dallas. It's usually out in Miami, but we got invited to come out as a media partner. So this is the first day of the conference. We're going around. We're gonna get to do some cool clips and footage of some of the keynote speeches happening, a bunch of the exhibitors, meeting some really cool people in the mining and Bitcoin world as always. And I hope that everyone enjoys and learns a lot from this video. Shout out to r/Bitcoin mining from Reddit. If you need a lot of questions and educational resources when it comes to mining, there's a huge community there to post your questions or to learn from. And just, as always, great, having a community of people to spread the knowledge and be on the journey with when it comes to mining. And yeah, guys, we're out here. This is the first event. Pistol is the name of this one. And yeah, it's a nice rooftop vibe. We're going inside. Sunset's happening. As you can see, it's packed in here. There's some nice little food out here. They make some plates. They got some steak and some other things here to enjoy. And the bar and everything else is going crazy tonight, as you can see. Very lively for the first event. The main event is, yeah, the main gist of the day is going to keynote speeches, hearing what a lot of the experts have to say, a lot of good knowledge, meeting a lot of the exhibitors, seeing what they have to offer, whether it's services, machines, and different products that they're selling. And then you spend the evening just chilling, networking, enjoying good food, drinks, good company within the mining space, within the crypto space. And this is where you meet a lot of the good friends you make for a lifetime when it comes to trading, when it comes to mining. You have questions when you go back home. You hit up all these people you meet out here, and you meet them down at these cool events. So this is the first event. We're gonna go get some food, cut the clip out here real quickly, but hope to catch you guys at the next one soon. All right, guys, so we just finished from the first event. We made it to the second event out here. This is the Bitcoin Mining World Happy Hour. It's hosted by a bunch of different companies and organizations. We're co-hosting this on behalf of Reddit, r/Bitcoin mining. There's a bunch of guys out here from Bitcoin Mining World themselves out here. Thank you so much for co-hosting this. This is a great event you guys are throwing.
Thanks for hosting it with us.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Is there anything you guys want to say to anyone that's watching this, maybe thinking about going to a future Mining Disrupt conference, or maybe anything crypto related?
Yeah, I would say if you're thinking about going to a Mining Disrupt conference or a conference in general, go, okay? The best place to meet new people, to network with Bitcoiners and realize that you're not alone in the Bitcoin journey is to go to events, live events. So
most definitely.
Events like this, our after parties, it's a great opportunity to do that. So I always tell everyone, figure out how to get off zero, whether it's buying Bitcoin or getting into the networking side of Bitcoin money.
Okay, wise words from this guy right here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have fun in there.
Thank you. All right, guys, this is what crypto's about. You work hard, but you also play hard. There's a lot of cool people out here, a lot of good times, good food and good drinks. So we're going to enjoy that soon, but we're quickly going to show you around. And again, shout out to Bitcoin Mining World. All the great things that they're doing. Shout out to the Reddit. If you need help, if you're curious about things, mining issues, all of that, the Reddit is a great place to post about your problems or your curiosities and not just get slandered, but but get a lot of good help. That was a joke. You won't really get slandered or bullied too much. Yeah, it's really lively out here. I mean, the event just started, but as you can see, it's already starting to pack up pretty well. We got a bar, we got some good food, lots of familiar faces, but new faces as well. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be shy, come out. You can get tickets for free if you hit up my company, Irving Crypto, or people on the Reddit, some of the mods, or other companies as well. You know, there's a lot of us that are willing to give you guys some tickets for newcomers to come out, to learn more, to experience some of this, and to just, you know, take the knowledge and expertise that you get from here and bring it back to your local communities and families and benefit from it. Thank you. This is crazy, guys. Come out to Mining Disrupt in Miami in July. It's gonna be bigger and better than this. What a night, guys. We're going back to the hotel. What a productive first day of the conference.
Yep. It was
Crazy,
great, man.
crazy.
Amazing.
We took over the DJ, we took over the aux, we did a lot of things today. We're going back to the hotel. Oh, what a great day. Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is day 2 of Mining Disrupt. We're here with the Hobbyist Miner, a very, very well-known miner in the space, and it's well-known on YouTube. If you're very curious about what he does, check out his channel. He has a lot of good reviews, a lot of informational content for anyone that's learning about mining, curious about some of these ASICs and how they work. He does a lot of great reviews and a lot of educational content out here, and he helps a lot of people out. So really quickly, don't want to take too much of your time, but for anyone that's new to mining or hasn't really heard too much about it, what do you recommend for like home mining, for example, getting started? Where do you suggest people look? What type of unit should they consider? And what are your recommendations in general?
Sure, so great question. I get this all the time as a content creator, public facing. And what I always recommend people do is, like, before you spend a dime, is to educate yourself. Because the challenge is people jump into it and they just see dollar signs and they want to get rich and they're like, I'm going to spend all this money, and then they totally regret it after they do it. So even for my situation, like when I first got started, I did 6 months of watching content and doing research before I even bought my first miner. So I always recommend people start there. Start with that avenue of doing your research, educating yourself, and then going ahead and going, okay, if you're a home miner, what do I want to buy? Well, you quickly go to profit, right? You're like, I want to make all this money. Well, wrong. Pick something that is cheap, but that'll teach you the fundamentals, because you don't know anything at that point. You're brand spanking new. You're a baby. So find something that's $100, $150, $25 even, that'll teach you the basics of what is a pool? How does a pool work? What is a wallet? You know, at that point, you don't even have a wallet. So you're like, man, how do I do this? So learning the fundamentals with a basic, small, cheap miner is perfect. And then once you're comfortable, then go ahead and spend the capital is what I recommend.
Okay, awesome. And another question that a lot of people have been asking us around our area is, if you're getting started with mining, should you invest in cold wallets from the beginning, or can you just start out with like a regular hardware wallet on your phone, for example?
Sure. So the hard part is we are lazy. And so we will start out with the first wallet we can come to. A lot of people download free wallets on their phone, and then they stick with it, right? They're like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with what I got. The issue is that what people don't understand is you get stuck in that way, and then that app isn't very secure, that wallet isn't very secure, and you have an incident where you lose your crypto or you don't understand how it works, and then you're completely disgusted and you're done with crypto. So I always recommend getting a cold storage wallet. Just get something like a Tangent wallet that's, $50. So by the time you're done, let's say you're all in for $200, you got a good cold storage wallet and you have a good miner, and that just helps to get you off the ground.
Awesome. And then in terms of, I guess, like checking the prices, do you suggest people worry about price too much? There's a lot of volatility in the markets, as I'm sure you're aware. When it comes to mining, should you worry about the volatility too much, or just kind of just stay patient and ride the wave, as they say?
So we constantly chase profitability. We're constantly looking at like dollar value, like, oh, how much is this making per day? And I get it. When you're new, you want to see like where you're at with that. The issue is like, this is not a short-term game. And so it's definitely something when you step into it that you naturally want to be looking at the price every day. You want to see how much you're going to be making, such. But just try to be patient with it. I get it. It's exciting. It's awesome. But just wait. And just be patient. Take your profits when it's the best. Don't get scared when things dip. 20 to 30% swings in this industry is a Monday morning.
Okay, thank you. And then just a couple of last questions. One, should people consider hosting in 2025 going into 2026? There's a lot of people that have been seeing a lot of hosting ads. Should they consider any of that? And if so, maybe a few takes on why. And then just to close out, where you think mining is going, I guess, in general. But yeah.
So hosting is now flipping to the opposite side, where like you've started with a $150, $200 investment, and now you have major capital that you want to invest, right? Or even one unit's fine. But the thing is hosting is a great idea. The electric rates within the US have gone up significantly over the last few years. It doesn't make it very feasible to be running it at home. When you get into larger scale miners, whether it's one or you want to run 100, type of deal. So hosting is a fantastic avenue to go, but I definitely recommend people be careful. Don't chase the kilowatt hour advertised. That's where a lot of hosting companies will be like, our electric rate's 4 cents. And it's like, okay, cool. But then they give you a 30 to 40% markup on the miner and you got to buy from them. So when you do the math, you're ended up spending 13 cents. So you have to be careful when you're looking at hosting companies. They're not all the same. You want to look at things, as I said, kilowatt hour, price of the miner, guaranteed uptime. Do they do curtailment, which for those not familiar, means they will power down when the power company requests them to do it. Because the issue is if they, depending on the level of curtailment they do, you could be down every week for a few hours. Most people don't like that, but that's how they get you in the lower electric rate. So just be careful when you're getting into it 100%.
Okay. Thank you. And then to close out, what should people consider if they're thinking about going to next mining disrupt or maybe Bitcoin Vegas coming up? Some things to look out for maybe, or some things to consider.
Yeah, so a lot of early Q1, Q2, a lot of companies will be releasing their new miners. So keep an eye out for those, which are great. It's always good to see what new miners are coming to market. In addition to that, highly recommend coming to events like this because you're around like-minded people. People that are looking to get into mining, like this is fantastic for them. They learn so much in a short amount of time, get them interested and hyped. Other individuals that are coming to network to find other companies, find hosting companies, so it's a great opportunity. So my next event after this will be Bitcoin Vegas.
Awesome. Us as well. So thank you so much, Hobbyist Miner. It was a pleasure getting to meet with you, chat with you. I'm sure all this information is going to be very beneficial to anyone viewing this. And for anyone that's curious, you can check him out on his channel, The Hobbyist Miner on YouTube. If there's any other links or sources you want people to know about to find you, just please let us know, and we can shout you out.
Go subscribe to this guy.
Thank you. Pleasure, Suleiman. Pleasure meeting you. Hey guys, we're here at Solo Satoshi's table with Matt, and really quickly he's just going to go through a little bit about home mining, solo mining, and a bit about the company Solo Satoshi and what they do. So Matt, please take it away. First starting off, for anyone that's curious, what is Solo Satoshi? A little bit about the company and what they do in the space.
So Solo Satoshi is a retailer and distributor of home mining devices. We got our start in May of 2024. We were amongst some of the earliest people in the space to pick up on the BitX project and actually start taking it to a high volume market and distributing it globally. So what a BitX is, it is a single chip, fully open source, single ASIC Bitcoin miner. So much like the larger miners you see over there, it is a fraction of a size because it only has one single ASIC chip, which means that it does not use a lot of power or energy, which leads to a very affordable electric bill.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that quick explanation. And for anyone that's curious about maybe buying solo miners or getting into buying a BitX, what can they expect maybe budget-wise with some of these units for perhaps?
Yeah, so we carry various models for various price points. We have the BitAxe Gamma, which is an all-time favorite, which will run you around $100 retail plus shipping or import taxes and duties into your country. That's going to be the single chip version. This uses the latest and greatest ASIC technology from the S21. And we have the BitAxe GT right here, which is still in the prototype stages, but it actually uses two S21 Pro chips. So you get double the hash rate for the same amount of efficiency, so you get double the power usage as well. And then we have the Nerd QX++ right here, which actually just found a block a little over 2 weeks ago. And that one, as you can see, has 4 of the very same ASIC chips on it as well. They vary in price points depending on the ASIC chips, the ASIC chip count. However, when you add more ASIC chips to a board, you do get a better price per terahash.
Wow, thank you so much, Matt. And for anyone that's curious, where can they find more information about Solo Satoshi perhaps, or purchasing some of these from you guys?
Yeah, so you can find us at solosatoshi.com. You can actually scan this QR code here too if you're watching this video on a computer. That'll take you to our link tree, which has all of our social medias, the shop. You can leave us a really good review, support our business, and you can sign up for our VIP email list to get emails directly from me, which update the community about the latest and greatest things coming out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure getting to have this time, getting the explanation from you about solo mining, BitAxes, and the company. And to anyone watching, please go check out this guy's company. They're very, very knowledgeable when it comes to purchasing good quality BitAxes, good solo miners, and shipping them to you on time. They're not going to scam you. And yeah, very reputable brand right here. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
Out
here
I think
on our way to the Ocean after party. Just finished the Mining Disrupt final day. Shout out to Miggy for giving us a ride
Let's go.
out here.
Sir.
And it's at the same venue as last night's event that we co-hosted on behalf of the Reddit. So I won't show too much of it, but this is on behalf of Ocean tonight. So we'll show you guys what they are doing and a little bit of what they have planned for everybody tonight. Guys, we're here with Bitcoin Mechanic. He's a part of Ocean. If you're not familiar with Ocean, really quickly, just give a quick rundown of Ocean for those who are new to mining or new to just the Bitcoin space in general.
Ocean is a transparent, permissionless payment layer for miners to pay each other, a reward split coordinator. We're the only real pool at the moment. Everything else is just a big solo miner renting hash rate and paying you per hash. So we provide a way for miners to connect directly with the Bitcoin blockchain. And what that means is we're cutting out a lot of middlemen. Miners earn a lot more Bitcoin as a result because they can prove that they're earning what they should be. If you're 50% of the pool, you'll get 50% of any block we find, minus the fee, but that's all transparent in how that's calculated. So we're bringing, well, I call it mining 2.0 because miners get to interact directly with Bitcoin again. They make their own blocks. They pay themselves directly in their own blocks, with some caveats because Bitcoin can only have so much, it can only work if UTXOs are of a certain size, but I digress. Miners have been earning a lot more money mining with us than they have with the FPPS pools, and we're the only alternative to FPPS now. So miners are definitely taking more responsibility, they're helping decentralize the network, and they're earning more money. So it's been a really fun journey to be on so far in the last 2 years.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bitcoin Mechanic, and thank you to the whole team, Ocean, for sponsoring this event. And for everyone viewing this, check Ocean out, ocean.xyz. If you're curious to learn more about the pool and some of the more information of what they offer as the company and some of the services they do for the Bitcoin and miners as well. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Likewise. All right, everyone. Like I said earlier, this is the end of Mining Disrupt. We just finished watching that documentary. Abimelech right here has been my videographer, photographer on this trip. And really quickly, this is his first time coming to a crypto Bitcoin conference in general. I'm sure you learned a lot. It really opened your eyes, I'm sure. But just from your perspective, going in, I guess, on this trip, was there any expectations, anything you were maybe thinking you would learn or looking forward to seeing? And then also, for anyone watching this, I guess, what did you enjoy? What did you learn, or any cool things that you wanted to share with anyone here?
To be honest, I came in here with zero expectations because I just wanted to know what the bar was going to be set like. And Suleiman told me, there's a lot of cool stuff that happens out here, and he was not wrong at all. I was not disappointed. The vibes are great. The people are really humble out here, which is something that I was really caught off by. We've been just meeting a whole bunch of exceptional people, networking, making business connections, as well as learning a lot because I am very new into the whole Bitcoin mining space. I did invest in Bitcoin, but I didn't understand the whole concept of how Bitcoin works. And now that I've gotten more profound knowledge on how Bitcoin is mined and what mining is and how it works, I'm definitely looking into investing more into mining rather than just Bitcoin by itself. Definitely, there's a lot of different companies out here that I got, a little drawn towards, like ASIC's plug, right? They are the ones helping people getting different parts. Solo Satoshi as well, helping small beginner miners getting started, like how does it work with small little mining machines. And then you start scaling up, and through the documentary, I was able to learn just why we have these massive data centers with these Bitcoin mining machines and are producing so much power and electricity, and why it's producing all this power and all the coding that goes behind it. And so now we're understanding, okay, what are we going to do with the energy that this is also producing, because you can't just have something come out of nowhere. And Bitcoin isn't just a nothing currency. It's just because it's digital doesn't mean it just appeared out in the air. It's actual energy that's being transformed from crypto into the real life world. And it's transforming the way we're going to live in the next 10 years. Okay.
Thank you for that, Abby. And anything you want to say to anyone, for the end of this video or the end of this, I guess, Texas Summer we've been at?
Yeah, definitely check out any opportunities that come your way with Bitcoin conferences. It doesn't have to be just mining alone, but just anything Bitcoin related is going to be very eye-opening to you, and you're going to feel that there's a lot more out there than you ever thought about. Yeah. Thank you, Suleiman, again for bringing me here, and I am very appreciative. I hope everybody enjoys everything that they get to learn from the videos that we got. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out Terrapin Crypto. Tap in with Terrapin Crypto Solutions as always. And if you need any hosting, Texas, we're doing hydro mining hosting. And we have a video about that. So check out the Terrapin Crypto channel if you're interested in hosting here in the USA, Dallas, Texas, and some other sites we have opening up. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. And as always, catch you on the next one. Dang.
I was